Good morning, welcome to Grudy's Radio e30 M3 update. Let's get into this. So I've been at it pretty hard all week. All the handbrake's done, all the rear brake lines are done. Let's have a look. Right. And I've got my torch, so I can point it, hold on, at what I am filming. Right. So, big brake kit's done. Come up really nice. e30 335 has the reservoir shock in, has the black tag rack, has the Evo arms, MRT knuckles, lollipops. I am mocking up the exhaust off the black e30 at the moment. Still has auto flex plate, has a 265 with the uber rare 265 M20 bell housing. I have engine mounts on their way, has new ball joints on the inside, ball joint on the arms, but the outside ball joints were mint. Here you go. Paint job's not the best, but it does the trick. There's a few spacers in there. I'll probably have to replace the spacers with some bigger ones. Rightio, let's go to the back. Here we are, 325 with a Peugeot Brembo, all brand new pads. The rear calipers were fully rebuilt, so all new seals and stuff as well. Now in the back we have medium case. Now because I cut all the arse end out of this car and I welded all this stuff in for the large case, and there's heaps of dodgy shit here that I've got to fix up. I don't really care anymore, it's a race car. Reservoir shocks didn't fit, so I've had to run what is essentially an X5 shock with an E30 top. Right, that's got to come down on there, and that's better. Right, so then, same on this side. And I welded new towers in this thing ages ago. Hold on, let's see if we'll do it this way. Oh, my torch is going flat, hold on. It'll stop wigging out in a sec. Right. So I welded towers in this ages ago. It's all a little rough. It's not as perfect as it should have been. I did this car 6 years ago when I only had the MIG. I didn't have the TIG. And my MIG's a piece of shit, but it works. And I haven't found an excuse to go and spend $3,000 to buy a new one yet. So yeah. But yeah, it's got medium case. It'll have a whole new bracket that'll come up in here shortly. That'll get made in the next couple of days. Has the large case CVs, has E34 M5 CVs that come out of the S62 car. I kept them because they were upgrades and they were fresh, and these are E23 axles. Now these are 420mm long, which is near perfect for most E30s that you do a large case. Now this will still take an E23 large case perfectly. And I've got the rear hat that suits, which is an E60 M5 hat, but I'm just going to run the 410 4-clutch billet hat with the E34 rear hat and make an adapter. Then that way this car can have any diff I want in it. Made all new brake lines. Brake mounts have been actually attached. I did all that. I did all the brake mounts and stuff years ago. Cut all this down. One of the videos I did was changing the end of the mount, so that is actually located on an internal locator now, and I did that. I machined that with the hole saws. Little stuff like I'm not happy with shit like this. Like, oh, man, I've got to go under here with a wire brush and clean it all up. And I was going to cut the floor out. Look at this dog shit. I was going to cut the floor out, hence why I started grinding. So what I'm going to do is paint over all that shit, and I'll just seam seal where I have to seam seal. Yeah, it's a bit nasty compared to what I wanted, but you know what? It just is what it is. This bush here, this is Commodore Z-Bar bush, so perfect. I can get them off the shelf anywhere. I have to play with this rear exhaust and pull the muffler over or replace it. And I've just gotten my angle to weld in for my surround for my fuel cell. So what I'll do is I'll make my surround, and then I'm going to cut this bad boy up. So I'll cut up my fuel cell that I had in the black car. I've got to cut 20 mil off one end, and then I'll get it into the car easily. So yeah, update on the M3. 90% of the brakes is all done. Need to put the pedals in, the actuating rod, and do front brake lines. That's it. For the guys that are asking about the brakes and proportion, it has a Willwood proportioning valve. It has a 22-25 325 master. I can go to a 22-26 if I need more front. If I need less front, I can go to a 22-23. That's how you do it when you do it. You need adjustability in master cylinder bore size. You need things like this, so that's why I've done it this way. But yeah, it's coming along. I'll be wiring it in a couple of weeks. I'll start putting the body loom back in and hiding it all and getting ready and start painting panels and get the doors done, paint all the quarters, get all the rear end going together. So yeah. And I've just had some mad cunt here for the last week, so that's been killer. It's been good having a mate hanging out. You know, nothing beats seeing a mate you haven't seen for years and just hanging out, fucking playing cars, talking shit, enjoying life. Once this car's done, I'll do a bit more enjoying of life. I haven't enjoyed it as much as I would have liked. The stress of building a car to a time frame sucks. Just spend your time, take your time, do it properly. You have a good day. And yeah, she'll be rolling 2 weeks.